Hello everyone. What we're going to do now is talk about how to do some basic foundation for men. And basically when you talk about male makeup for the average boy or man or geriatrician, in my case, that wants to go out in the town, is that you're just going to use a little corrective foundation, and you're going to use a little bit of bronzer, you're going to add a little color to the cheeks, you're going to make sure the brows are groomed as best you can. And that's about it. You're going to keep things very, very simple. We're not talking about a lot of extensive eyeshadow, anything like that at all. We're just going to go very basic. So the first thing that's so important for men, and this is why we need to make a video about it, is that you don't want to be read. You don't want anyone to read you. And what I mean by that is you don't want anyone to see that you're wearing makeup. That's embarrassing as hell. We are in a world that has a long way to go towards equality and recognizing that women and men can both be beautiful and do whatever they want, makeup and design-wise. But we're not in that world yet, and you're going to get all kinds of funny reactions if people see you wearing makeup. So what we're going to use is Bare Minerals, and you're going to go to a shop where they know what they're doing and they're going to match your skin tone. And it comes, the Bare Minerals basic starter kit comes with 2 colors of tone. This is a medium tan, this is a tan. Obviously I like using the tan. Mineral powder makeup, if it's applied properly, you will not look like you're wearing anything even from close up, and it will last for about 12 hours if it's a good product. There are crappy mineral powders and good ones. Do your research. I'd say Bare Minerals unless you've got a choice to go, a reason to go elsewhere. In the Bare Minerals starter kit, it comes with one of these brushes, which is a makeup applicator brush. It's called a kabuki brush. And what you're going to do is decant a little bit of the powder into the lid like I have, so it doesn't get all over your nice black suit or whatever you're wearing. Black suits. That's for G-men and funeral service workers. But I swear to God, I still see guys wearing black suits. Honey, don't wear black suits. There's only 2 colors of suit, gray and blue. All the rest is hogwash. Hogwash. So what you're going to do is what's called swirl, tap, and buff. Now, I can't see what I'm doing. I don't have a makeup mirror in front of me, and perhaps I should, but I'm just trying to teach it, not look fabulous myself. That I'll do later. All I want to do is take a little bit of this kabuki brush and I'm swirling it in the lid, and then I'm tapping it so I don't get the excess. And we're using a buffing motion up the side of the face. We're just going to cover all the areas of the face using a buffing motion. Just like this. Just buff. Swirl, tap, buff. So again, we're going to swirl, tap, and buff. And obviously if I've got a mirror in front of you, instead of this little 1-inch micro screen, I could see if it looks any good and how my application is. So you should use a mirror, and you're just going to swirl, tap, and buff that all over the face, all over the eyes, lips. You don't have to cover the lips, but it won't matter because it's mineral powder. And you're just going to swirl that and buff it, and that's your basic first step. Then what we're going to do from here is take our second product, which is called a mineral veil, and that comes in the product, and that's going to restore a little glow. You're going to get a little glow. And again, you don't want to be like J-Lo. This is male's makeup. I was the 3rd makeup artist hired for a shoot once because they'd gone through 2 other makeup artists for 4 male tenors. They were doing an album cover, and all the girls had used liquid foundations, and they'd really beautified them and over-groomed them, and then some of them had receding hairlines like I do, and so the makeup stopped here and the recede showed it. Anyways, I was hired eventually, and they loved my work. Yay, because I went light and I let them look like men. And that's very important. So that you always got to bear that in mind. You're not going to pretty up too much. All you want to do is make it so that if your face was on the cover of Rolling Stone, there wouldn't be a big glaring zit on the tip of your nose. I guess they can retouch that with Photoshop now. So there we go. I have no idea what it looks like, but you get the idea of what I'm doing. I'm buffing again with this mineral veil, and the mineral veil is just going to give a nice glow to the surface of the skin. Next thing we're going to do, this is an optional step depending on how metro you are. This comes in there, again, their basic kit. This is a bronzing powder, but it's a mineral bronzing powder, and it's different than a regular bronzer because it's much lighter, because you really don't want to, again, go all kind of glamour with your use of bronzer. George Bush used a bronzer all the time. Our own Prime Minister, Stephen Harper, on his tours, he's got a makeup artist hairstylist. He uses bronzer. Kennedy used a bronzer. Bronzing agents, I mean, they didn't have bronzer in Kennedy's time, but they used the same kind of tint strategy. Bronzers just make you look healthy and fit and glowing. So we're just going to take the bronzer. I'm just consulting my little side mirror there. and I'm just going to sweep it up the sides of the cheekbone. So just really soft sweep. We're not trying to make ourselves look like we have a tan. We're just going to put some color in, especially in winter here. I mean, you can look just absolutely grim by midwinter here. So you can take that, and then you can just remove this and just sweep it gently across the forehead. Just on the cheeks and forehead, and maybe a little on the chin. That's it. So cheeks, forehead, lightly, and chin. Make sure it's even, not in the nose or anything. Again, we don't want a fake and bake tan. We just want to restore a little bit of color to the features. And our last step in basic male makeup, this is super optional. This is a rose blush. Now, this is where any straight guy watching the video is going to go, all right, we just turned a corner, and I don't want to turn that corner. Using the same brush that's included in the kit, you notice we started with the kabuki brush. And now we've gone to this little kind of blush brush that they include in the kit. It's really great. It's about $70 for all of the makeup, and it lasts you about 2 or 3 years. Because to be honest, as a guy, you're not going to wear it every day. You're going to wear it on certain occasions where you just look like crap. You look in the mirror and you go, I do not want to be seen right now. It will really pick you up. And if you're on plentyoffish.com searching for a new mate, and you want a nice profile picture, and all your pictures are making you look washed out, now you've got some tricks, because believe me, girls use them. All right, so here we go. We take a little bit of this rose, and we just take this rose and we just sweep it on the cheekbone. Again, not as wide as the bronzer, but just on the apples of the cheeks, and that's it. You just, a touch of rose, a little bit goes an enormously long way. If you're finding that you don't like the shape of your head, if it feels too long, you're kind of looking a little bit like a distorted Johnny Cash, you can just take a little bit of this rose and swab it into the temples, and that'll give you a more rounded kind of look. And that's it. You leave it. You're now done your makeup routine. We're cleansed, tones, moisturized product, and we have a nice glow here. We aren't really done. We have one little step we're going to do, and that is we're going to do some concealing. And the fabulous thing about mineral makeup is we're going to take the same stuff we use to do our whole face, and it has sunscreen in it. It's got titanium dioxide, and the more they put in it, the more sunscreen they get. And it's not a regular powder again. These are mineral powders. I don't want to about them too much, but they're made from crushed minerals. Like the color is all coming from iron. So you're wearing iron on your face. Iron is good for your skin too. So it basically, the more iron they put in it, the darker it gets. And then they add cerulite. That's a mineral that produces glow. And they use zinc. And zinc is used even in hospitals with diabetic foot wounds and open ulcers. They'll use zinc ointments. So having zinc on your skin is really fantastic. So basically, when you're wearing the mineral powder, you've got kind of protection during the day and nutrition for the skin. So now we're just going to take a little more of this. And this is the third applicator they provide. This is a concealer brush, and so you're just going to take, again, tap a little bit of your mineral powder in here, tap your brush like this, and then what we're going to do is just come underneath the eyes. And with me, honey, there's no saving me. I just need some sleep. I really have to get some sleep. I should have shot this video after taking Zoloft and Imavane. Imavane? Is that supposed to be the good stuff? I think it's called Imavane. I've never taken it, but it helps you sleep. It's the best treatment for under eye. But anyways, we're just going to take a little bit of this concealer, and I'm also just going to hit my nasolabial fold. That's right along here. And any other spots you want to conceal, I might have a zit or like a highlighter, just something I don't like very much. And I'm just going to hit it right there. You can take bronzers and you can blend them into the neck and everything, but if you're a straight guy and you've gotten this far in the video, that's enough. I'm not going to ask for miracles. That is really a great start. And honey, your wife will appreciate it. Now, I may not look fabulously transformed from this close-up or at all, but I don't care. At least I've tried. And the great thing about it is when I go out and I get into the sun and I get into different lightings, I'm going to have very lighting-friendly features, and it's really going to hold really nicely. And I've got good protection and nutrition on my face. So again, and it doesn't really look like I'm wearing makeup, does it? I mean, zoom in for 3D. House of Horrors. But it's not bad. Again, this is makeup for the rest of us. I mean, I don't have perfect skin, as you know. I've had skin damage and everything. But this just helps produce an overall flow, and it helps me feel a little more confident. So there you have it, makeup and grooming for men. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you in a bit. Voila!